Hi everyone, welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. Guys, I tried to go live. I think YouTube changed some things because the screens doesn't look the same and things are all over the place and it's not working out too well. So I'm gonna have to call them, actually send them an email and see what's going on with that. But anyway, for now, I'm going to upload and you guys can watch these videos until I can get that situation resolved. I'm tired, guys. Happy Friday to you all. It's been a long, long day. And I need to eat something and rest. And I'm going to be doing that after, talking with you guys. I hope you guys are doing good and you had a great week and that these messages are helping you. And we're going to get through all this together one day at a time, one step at a time. Know that when you're going through trials and tribulations that you don't have to be alone. Like I said, we're going to build a community here of people who have gone through the most and worst or who are going through things and they feel overwhelmed by it. Because sometimes all you need is somebody to talk to and just go into prayer asking God to help you, because life today is full of a lot of craziness in this world today. And this is why it's so important to take care of our mental and physical health so that we can get through it all. So, with that being said, keep in mind that we're here on this channel to uplift one another and not tear down, and to self care and help others to do the same. Make sure you're taking care of yourself on a daily basis. I want more time. I'm trying to free up my time so that I have more time to self care, more downtime, because as I do that, it frees up things. It when you take care of your physical and mental health, you feel better. And then as you feel better, you do better. So I'm working hard on doing that. So that's one of my goals for the new year. And you guys make goals for yourself as well. That's all part of self care, and try to, one day at a time, one step at a time, to accomplish those goals. So, with that being said, keep in mind I'm not a therapist, I'm not a social worker or a counselor, just somebody who's been through a lot of trials and tribulations and learned a lot of lessons from them. And I talk about how to overcome instead of succumb to these things, because sometimes things can feel like a wall is closing in and you feel overwhelmed. And this is why I stay and go into prayer and fasting sometimes, and then I feel better. But more importantly, rest. Getting the proper rest is so important, because without that, it makes you, it affects your physical and your mental. So guys, just keep taking care of yourself, and you'll find creative ways to do it as you continue to be consistent. So, the topic of discussion today, guys, is the power of silence. People think, that being silent after having some uncomfortable situations with certain people who just, don't want to leave you alone. Sometimes when you change your life and you start to heal, you start to see things from a different perspective and you grow from it. And you do better. Some people, like I said, don't want to see that because they're not on the same path as you are. And it's okay if they are in a different path. Um, what's not okay is for someone to try to stop you from taking care of yourself, trying to stop you from healing. That's not okay. And sometimes what people would do who are miserable, and like I said, you can bring people to the water, you can't make them drink. That's a decision they have to make of their own. And even if they make a decision not to drink the water, to take care of themselves, they don't have a right to stop you. You have the right to take care of your physical and mental health, because without that, you can't do anything for yourself or anyone else. Lies, gossip, envy, and drama. These are the things that haters bring to the table. One of the things I can't understand is that all this work that they put into envying someone who's healing, someone who's taking care of themselves, and someone who's doing all the work, on themselves. All that energy, all that time and effort that these haters put into hating people who are building themselves up. Just imagine if they took that ball of energy and put it into themselves, they would build themselves up, and it would be amazing, instead of doing the opposite, because the opposite is never going to bring them what they want. All it's going to do is just, make their lives worse than, make it miserable. So, haters and liars it seems like new levels, new devils. I'm going to say it like that, because as you start to grow, heal, and evolve and feel better, and you start to do better, you start to listen more to your intuition, stay in prayer, people feel some kind of way. And I think, that's a real issue. So when I talk about the power of silence, that's what I have to do a lot of times, because as you grow and heal, you change your mindset to start to look at these situations from a different perspective. Like I always talk about, people, circumstances, and situations come into our life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, or a lesson. And unlearned lessons will keep creeping back around. Because as the wheels spin and we don't learn a lesson, it comes back, it's worse than ever. So guys, try to learn them so you can get off that wheel, close the door, and move on to new beginnings. Diffuse the drama with your silence. Haters hate when you are unbothered by the noise that they bring to your table. And many of them who don't want to do the work, because the work is complicated. It's hard, not complicated, but it's a lot of work. It's not easy, and they rather try to take from your plate instead of building up, piling up on their own plate. And when you start to go into prayer and meditation and asking God to help you, and being persistent with this path, you become unbothered, because at some point in time you start to love yourself. You start to self-care, and then that self-care turns into peace, inner peace. And when you get to a place of inner peace, that noise of toxicity doesn't bother you. You tune it out, because it no longer is a significant in your life. It has no significance. And when haters see you are unbothered and they can't engage you in the toxicity, they get even angrier. Misery loves company. I had a situation, and I know I'm healing because I dealt with it differently, because when I was approached with something toxic, and I'm like, wait a minute. And so I said what I had to say, quietly, calmly, and then I'm done with it. And when a person or individuals keep trying to try you and trying to make you behave a certain way or act out of character, they want to pull something out of you, guys, remain silent. Go into prayer, ask God to help you. Remain silent, because it diffuses the fire that they're trying to ignite. They can't ignite an argument or anything out of you if you don't give a reaction to it. And it's not a sign of weakness. It really is a sign of strength when you get to that point. Because you see, guys, misery loves company. And when a person is comfortable at the bottom of the barrel, they want company down there. So they want to drag you like crabs in a barrel back to the bottom, and keep you in a chokehold down there with them. They don't want to see you grow and do the work and heal. but you have to tune that noise out. Don't fall into the traps, because if you fall into these traps, then you take the time away from building yourself up to put the energy into the negativity. And how do you heal and grow and take care of yourself if you're busy entertaining the noise? Don't allow this, guys. When haters hate, let them. But don't give any energy. Don't give your energy to it. I mean, that's what I do, and I'm just talking from personal experience. Continue to heal and protect your peace. And when you get to the place that you feel that inner peace, that calmness, guys, you're not going to want to trade that for anything in the world. That's priceless. And as you become unbothered by the noise around you, you start to embrace that peace, you know. And this is how you quiet the noise, as you give zero attention to the negativity. Continue to love yourself and know your worth. Because as these doors close, as we learn these lessons, God is over here helping us, and He's going to open up new doors with better people, better situations and circumstances as we learn those lessons. Because guess what? You don't have to repeat it again. That door is closed and padlocked. And so you can move on to better things. And guys, make a list of things that you want to see, the goals you have, the things you want to see in your life that you want to build up. And keep your business to yourself, because you could be talking to people who you think they are happy for you, but they're secretly hating on, you know, your growth. It's so important to be in silence sometime, because the power of silence will help you to diffuse the noise, guys. It is better to be at a place of peace, inner peace, than to be broken down into pieces. That's the message today, guys. Go and share these messages with others. Subscribe to the channel, and you know, keep taking care of yourself, guys. On Monday when I come back, I'm going to have a longer lesson. A longer video. I'm just so exhausted right now. And I need to really go and eat something and take care of myself. But I could not do that until I came on and give the message today with you guys, to be here, because somebody needs to hear these messages. Because I get comments about it, you know, and it's important that I show up and talk about these things, because somebody might be going through something and they may not communicate it, you know, openly to others. But if they come here and they know that they're not alone in what they're going through, and that other people like myself have gone through these things, and that they can overcome these trials and tribulations, then they know they're not alone in these things. Keep moving forward diligently, you know, one day at a time, one step at a time. That's how we win, guys. Thank you for being here. This is Lisa, shedding love and light. And you guys go take care of yourself. I'm going to go and do the same thing right now. Enjoy your weekend, guys. Get some rest, you know, self-love, self-care. And I'll see you guys sometime on Monday. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, because for some reason I got to figure out how to go live again with these new things. So just be patient with that, and in the meantime I'll upload these videos and keep showing up and inviting others here. Take a look at those links, because those links there is part of self-care, and maybe it's something there that might interest you as well. Okay, guys, I'm going to say good night, and I will see you on Monday. Thank you for being here, and bye for now.